Welcome to Miss Well Energetic. I am your host, Brianne Gitton. Welcome to today's video. We're going to discuss rebuilding your life from scratch. And this is the process that I'm using. It's here to inspire you because rebuild your life is very unique to you. And everybody has different goals. Everybody has different dreams. And this is just inspiration. I think some of this you could use for yourself. Some of this is personal to me. And we're going to talk about it because we're face to face right now. And life is lifing and adulting is adulting. And we need to talk because we're getting older and life is definitely giving us hurdles and we need a new foundation now. And let's get started because we need to get into this right now. Number one is, for me personally, rebuilding my life will involve a new job. I don't know what to do anymore about the job situation, but I know we live in a layoff culture. Everyone's doing layoff, to Google, to Meta, to small companies, to everyone's doing layoffs in America. There are a few in Canada happening. It's not like major like in America is, but there are so many layoffs. There are companies going out of business. The world is changing, and why aren't we thriving? It's hard. I left my last job to get a better job, and I've been struggling in this job market. I left my job in 2022, and I'm still not finding that job. Other people are luckier. Other people are lucky to get that dream job, and I'm like, can't get that. And that's my number one goal, is to find a position that I can work at for long term. I've been doing a lot of short term gigs last 2 years, and I'm like, short term, they cut you like that. They don't care. That's happened to me twice. I got cut like that. Bye. I'm like, okay. Gotta restart over. And I know how to restart over. Number two is be meaner. I think it's time. I think it's time for me to be a little meaner, be a little bit more meaner in my approach, and be a little bit more aggressive in some aspects of my life. Not to people, but for myself. I feel like I could be nice, but I also can be putting myself last. And I need to put myself first, and that's where being a little bit mean. Not taking people's stuff that they give you. I want to stop being nice. I want to be mean. I want to be somebody who gets it. And the only way to get it, I feel like I'd be a little mean. And you have to create your own playbook in today's society, and that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use being a little mean to do it. Number three is putting myself out there less. I think I am going to do that because I've been putting myself out there and it's been working out. So I decided to put myself out there less. It's not because of... It is because of people. It is, I'm going to be honest. It is because of people that I just want to put myself out there less this year, because I feel like I got burned 3 times last year, an eventful year. last year. Did not know where I was gonna go, but it went somewhere. But I decided to put myself out there less. I want to be out there, but I'm still trying to build my foundation. Like, number one was find a job. I don't have that foundation. I'm working on that. Meeting new people takes away from my energy. Because meeting new people is work. People are work, and you have to put energy into relationships. And I don't have that energy. I'm giving that energy to me. And that energy is going to help me get to where I need to go. And I feel like I have that energy now. So putting myself out there less is essential for me. I got to cut the need for putting myself out there. I will put myself out there. I feel like that's something I want to do as a 30-year-old woman. I feel as a 29-year-old woman, I want to invest in myself this year. I want to work on almost 30. My goals, my dreams, my desires. Like, what's next for me? I want to work on that. I want to give myself the energy. Because my adulthood, I've been struggling last 4 years with job, meeting people, relationships. I have been. I'm like, what's hard? I'm not working on those things. I'm going to work on one thing. Building this. Miss Willogenic. And I want to build me. My foundation. I don't have one. I went from college to lost girl to struggling. What's next for me? I need to be more intentional. And I need to find it. I can't work for myself today and make a profit and have full-time salary. It's not working. It's not working. Being an entrepreneur is something I'm really passionate about. I wish I could make it happen, but I had to let that go because I need to be realistic and I need to be an employee for someone. I'm not a fan of it, but I know I have to do it. So I'm an adult. I have to work for somebody. I don't mind building someone else's dream until I can build my own dream. I think that's how it works. And I really have to play that. I have to play that. That is a society rule I have to follow at this point. I have to follow someone's rules. And I'm okay with it, but I'm not going to be at a company for 25 years. It doesn't work for millennials and Gen Z today. We want micro-retirements. We want more for ourselves. We want balance. And to get balance, you have to do the work. And I'm starting to see it. Gotta do the work because nobody's going to get me the life I want if I don't do it. I'm responsible for my own life. Number 4 is working on my own projects. It's very important for me to work on my own projects because that's my dream. My dream is to work for myself. I want the job title. I'm not going to get in the real world. Canada is not popping. No, I live in Canada. I'm not going to achieve what I want to achieve here. It doesn't exist in Canada. No, that's why I see people making social media their full-time job because I'm like, what's out there ain't so great. Job security ain't real anymore. You can't rely on one income to survive anymore. It's impossible because next day you're in, next day you're out. So creating my own projects gives me freedom. And that freedom is everything. And I know it takes time to blow up, to make the money. But I understand why people just want to make money on TikTok. I make 0. I'm not very consistent at all. But I understand. I totally understand why you want to make these videos. Why it's important for you to do that. Like, I understand why people do that now. Because working for yourself is the dream now. It's not going to college, getting a job with somebody. The dream is definitely to work for yourself. And my projects are everything. I do Miss Wellingenic is what you're currently watching. It's important to me. I love lifestyle and wellness. And then I also have the Sarcomatic Checklist is a fashion publication that's online. I'm trying to get into TikTok, Instagram, maybe YouTube for it. I want to work in fashion, but Fashion Canada is not working. And I'm okay with that. I got a smile on my face. I'm good. I'm living. A lot of people are suffering out there. And I could be a baby about it. I could just redirect and work on what makes me happy and live my life. Because my ancestors suffered. I always say this. This is 100% me. I believe my ancestors suffered. I made it here out of one and blank sperms. I was created. So, and I have to live. I have to live. So I got that opportunity. Number 5 is taking actions every day. It's important to take action. Action is everything. I will continue to take action on my life, on my goals, on my dreams. Take action. Action is the steps we take. Today, I decided to write a paragraph. I took action. It doesn't have to be big. It can be small, but taking action every day does something because you achieve something. There's something physically out there that you have done. And you can rehash that in your brain, rewrite your brains like, I did this, I worked on this, I contributed to this. This happened because of me. I took the action and you feel good about it. You're like, oh, I do that. I'm good. Like you need it. You need to take action every day. Small actions, you know? Maybe going to coffee shops, your action. Maybe your action is, you know what, take a photo of something you want to take a photo of. Maybe taking action is going for that walk. Take action every day. You have to. Number 6 is strengthen your mindset. Your mindset needs strengthening. You gotta strengthen this mindset. Like, oh, I'm gonna... That's funny. You have to strengthen your mindset. Your mindset is your key to success. It is. This is the key to success. It's your mindset. I really believe it. You have to be delusional and you have to be strong. Your feelings, your emotions will affect you. Your surroundings will affect you. But as long as you have a strong mindset, the words people say, people's opinions, they don't matter because you have a strong mindset. No one's going to break your mindset if you do the work on it. And you have to do the work. This is a continuous project. You will have to do until you meet the maker. I don't want to talk about it, but it's true. You have to do the work. It's continuous. And when you think about it, it's like, that's a lot of work I have to do through my whole life. You have to do the work. You have to consistently work and you have to pivot and you have to move, you know. The break you get mentally is when you sleep, you know. But when you get right up, when you wake up and you don't know what's happening, you're like, that's when you can take action. It's a new day. It's a clean slate. Take action. That is something that's very personal. Everybody's different. We all have different tics. We all have different triggers. We all have different feelings. We all have different opinions. But strengthening your mindset is important. You got to figure a way how to do it. For me personally, I strengthen my mindset by believing in myself. and letting go of the past. I think the past was holding me so down. I was rehash, and rehash. And it was terrifying for me to be rehashing. It was a nightmare. I was a bully. I was a critic of myself. I think the monster was myself. And once I worked on my mindset, the monster went away. A new monster came. That monster is the real world. Self-doubt, insecurities. It's still there at the back of my head. It's still there. It's coming for me. It's coming for me. And it's always going to be there. But I don't have to listen to it. I can tune it out. There's always going to be some sort of monster behind you. Number 7 is trust the process. This process is long. But the process is the process. And you got to trust it. I trust the process. And that will rewire your brain. You got to get these affirmations that you believe in, that work on you, that trigger you and motivate you. Because the process is long. No goal can happen if you don't do the work. And as long as you do the work and you continue to do the work, that is the process. And you have to trust it. Things will happen when you least expect it. I hate that saying, but it is true. I never thought that would actually happen. And you have those moments in life. And you hope that happens. You have to trust the process. Sometimes you have to just let go. And it's hard. Because you're so hung up on something. But it's very important for you to be free and trust the process. Number 8 is change your lifestyle. I think it's time to change my lifestyle. Maybe you. I think in the world of corporate greed, I'm sorry. I'm just like corporate greed. Everything going up. And your old lifestyle costs more money today than it did 5 years ago. Not say 5 years ago. 5 goes ago, the pandemic. So let's say another 5. Let's say 10 years ago, 2014. Yeah. You gotta have to change your lifestyle. I think rebuilding my new life, I have to change my lifestyle. I can't live the same lifestyle that I lived before because everything costs more money and you're getting less. You're getting less products. You're getting a lot of corporations are changing their products on you and they're changing the ingredients on you for cheaper ingredients to make quota and to profit off of you and consumerism and all that. I gotta change my lifestyle. I love going out. I love buying boba teas. I love buying a coffee at Starbucks. I love those things, but like, if you're charging me for every little thing, your base is like $10 and like I'm paying ding, 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 ding. I'm paying like over $4 to make my thing the way I want to make it, just so I could drink it in person in the mall or outside and throw it in the garbage. It has to be made a certain way, and that's how they get you. And that's part of my lifestyle. And I haven't even been to Starbucks. I can't even afford it anymore. And they're changing the recipe. They're not recipes. They're changing the menu, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be a North Smith. I'm going to make things at home. And that's what I'm doing. I make my own drinks at home. Making my own milk teas at home. I can do it at home. I think it's easier just to buy your own ingredients and make it at home. I think it's a bit cheaper. Because you could make up to like 10 drinks at home. Maybe 5. Depends on what you're making. really, but like if you buy it from the grocery store and it will last you long. You can make multiple drinks and you add that up. That is probably like 2 Starbucks drinks combined. Yeah, so I was like, it's cheaper just to make at home, and it tastes way better at home. These baristas, the job is very fast paced. So that's it. Change your lifestyle. Maybe go to a different gym if you can't afford your gym. Maybe cancel subscriptions. Maybe there's so much things. Maybe cut down your shopping. Maybe there's a lot of things. I think with my lifestyle, I don't know what I need just yet. I know that I can live off less. And I don't think I can go back to my old lifestyle. I know that I'm very passionate about living a life that is more eating from home, drinking more water, investing in my wellness at home. Because home life is very important now. My last one for you guys is update the new version of yourself. For me personally, I need an update. Because if you're 1995 baby, you're about to turn 30. And I think it's time for a new update version of you. A new, slightly mature teenage version of you. Because I feel like if you're like into Pinterest, into aesthetics, you still got that teenager vibe going on. So we're just going to invest in ourselves. And create a new version of us. And creating a new version of us is definitely going to take some time. And that's why we're 29. If you're 1995 baby, you have... Don't know when your birthday is, but... For me, my birthday is November, so I have time to really invest in myself. And I want to create a new version of myself. I want to create a mature version of myself. I want to be in adulthood the right way. And I mean like dressing like an adult. Getting more adult responsibilities. Because I think I've had so much time to be an adult teenager. And I want to be an adult with teenagers. to have access to being a teenager. But I know that I need to grow up and I need to be mature. 5 years, your egg starts to deplete. And you gotta think about things like that. And I'm like, me right now, I'm thinking about, I'm free to do what I want to do. And that's where I'm at. But create a new version of yourself is important. I think you don't want to be... Majority of times in your 20s, you're struggling, you might be a little broke. Or if you found success, that's amazing. But you still need to create a new version of yourself. Because you can't be your 20-something self. Because that playbook is written, broke, gone. You want to be an elevated version of yourself. And to elevate yourself is to create new goals for yourself. New wardrobe. New outlook on life. Maybe a new bedroom. Maybe move out of the place you're moving. Maybe saving for a condo. Maybe finding a new job, maybe doing entrepreneurship. There are so many new versions of you. Maybe start that side hustle you always want to start. So many versions that you can create. But write a list of things that you want. There's always room for improvement. You're never going to be... That's me for the rest of my life, and that's me. No, you need to continue to evolve. It's like a fashion. You need to continue to evolve. If you're in the past, consumers don't want to buy you. They don't want to buy your clothes. And if you're not buying your clothes, no, the consumer's not buying your clothes, you're losing money. And it's just like that. You're stuck. And you have to evolve. You have to rebrand yourself. And that's the process of it. That's an interesting analogy I tried to use. I tried. Did it serve? Let me know in the comments. But creating a new version of yourself, because you want 30. 30, you're still youthful. You're still youthful. You know, I think 30, you come into your own by, I feel like, personally, I've seen, just on my personal take on this, I just think at 35 to 45, you're at your prime of adulthood. You look good. You're feeling yourself for that 10 years. And after 45, life starts to change. Your body's dramatically changing because you're turning 50 in 5 years. And it's 30 and then it's 40. You know, 40 is the next one. You have 9 years and then you're going to be 40. Yeah, and you're going to change so much in the next 10 years. But I'm trying to do the work now, trying to do the work to figure out what I need to get to 30. I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, what is it? What is it that we want? I want to be a complete person. That is the goal in my life. I want to be a complete person, that I know who I am. I do know who I am, but I want to be a complete. I want to achieve the ultimate goals of my life. You know, I want it. And this is all about creating your dream life. But you have to scratch everything out and restart over. Because 30 is a new era for you. Because 20s, your early 20s to now, you always had this slight background. I'm 20 something. I'm exploring. But like 30, you can't pull that card anymore. You're 30 years old. You're deeper into adulthood. You're at level, I feel like this is level 2 of adulthood. Maybe it's level 3 as adulthood, because mid-20s is like 2, and then early 20s could be 1. You're deep into adulthood. Yeah, and like, it's now or never. So I feel like I'm spiraling. I want to end in here. I will see you guys in my next video, starting from scratch. Starts now. If you're 1995 baby, you're about to be 30, or you're already 30, you could still do the work. I think 30 is a great time. 29 is a great time, but 30 is still a great time, because you also have the next year, 31. So you can always start over. Start over a billion times, and you get a different result, a different perspective each time. I should go. I've been rambling.